I would expect that from EA. EA is will survive, but not right. Oh yeah, that's assault rifle. I had to cut my stream short last night because of the battery issue. Yeah, I hear them. Great. Oh shit! No. Shit! Donkey dick. Yeah, but I haven't.
The fuck?
That's smart. Here we go. Through. Everyone all right?
Oh, those are mine. Oh shit.
Oh, bro. Bro, this fucking, my first mission, I might have to shoot this fool's wife and kid, bro. Oh, that's sad.
Bingo.
I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Go ahead. It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post. I wish you wouldn't say things like that. I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do. I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window, and times change. This is a Spacer's Choice. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. Go ahead. Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent. Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end. Show up to work, put in your hours, wear a smile. Problems of the body come from problems of the spirit. Work improves the spirit and fortifies the body. And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be treated, you will be treated. Otherwise, you must heal yourself. If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose. Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most. Go ahead. That you are not one of us may... I admit the fault was... Scripture tells... Losing Adelaide was the hardest. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is... Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling... Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning. Begging your pardon, Saltuna is a Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something... A vegetable? I do not trust any... Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead. That you are not one... Nature is uglier. Yes, we have... Go ahead. That you are not... I admit the... I must. Yes, we have... Losing Adelaide... Go ahead. Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plagues... You are disparaging our... We are a Spacer's Choice. Processed, liquefied, retextured Saltuna rendered in a chemical bath, of course. Well, mostly Saltuna. We've been experiencing a Saltuna shortage, you see. So we've had to improvise. We've added wood chips, some mushrooms, bit of sand, tossed some canid bits in our processor once. It all tastes like Saltuna in the end. Couple years, give or take, right around the time the first wave of plagues hit the town. Now listen, I do not know what... You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly... And when you say special for... Adelaide has been using... What a remarkably efficient solution. recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was one. You're right, I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves it. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. No such thing as an honorable... I don't know. I could... I have always do right by my... I do. Adelaide...
Okay.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they don't care much for me. That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another... Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. He's just interested. I'm just glad if he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironic? That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside...
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Plasma cutter, nice.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but Every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yeah, I've been... Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before... And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe you ain't exactly a stranger anymore. Yes! Captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's... What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Very simply, the holographic shroud only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. Maintain your distance. The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face. Science, that's excellent. And remember the boards.
Transmission ended. If you are ready.
What the fuck is that?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. What's occupying? I've been thinking on that. There's a former he's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. I'll comb the last 6 months. Thank you, Captain.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Take care.
Find the ass is steeper? Roseway.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
You got a minute? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be... Did you want to talk about...
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies.
That's not the point. This hat would just knock out one of my...
Ouch.
So far as you know, I'm not drinking on you.
I find myself marveling at the something... Yes.
If you got a complaint, file it at security.
I wonder what that fella did to get the...
Customs and inspection, right this way!
Damn it! It's restricted stock.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been at...
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udam. His office is located along the... Access to that information is above... I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't... Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help? What can I say? All folks are... You sure you didn't... There's no working groundbreak. It's a They got...
The board wouldn't...
The board is necessary to provide order.
It's a tough line to... Be seeing you.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
Seriously, there was a lot of static at first, but then this voice. Said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Sorry. Oh, and it's not the... lot of... Heard of it? That's just... So... Have a look.
Stay in the public areas and we'll get along fine.
Just need to get hurt and go. Good.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
day, huh?
Oh, you got that?
There it is. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? I admit it. Oh, it's nothing. I suppose.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
This is how.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be how.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. No, it isn't. It's a mess. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope they're... Good. Don't go making trouble. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What?
Parvati, is it? Not...
I was just thinking. I have a...
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, okay.
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Right. Wow, great. Couldn't have done it.
Now, if there's nothing else... You're right, I don't. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators... Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good.
is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
I'm not going. You can't keep me out of there.
Dr. Fenhill.
Can't say I've seen you, but if you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble. Did he now? The mouth on... He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as you... Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. You look out, though. A place...
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
You look like someone who's... We all...
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this, right? Time to feed the...
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like?
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind.
You came with the crew. Welcome. You stumbled into my... No one turns their back... Incoming! Pathetic!
Shit.
repairs going?
Just plugged the last of the O2 leak. I'm ready for downtime.
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular advertisement for the following.
Bless my heart. A stranger You here for a particular... I found a handsome... It's almost time for... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And the... Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Glad. Anytime, sweet.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, most.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this... Oh, Alec. He was my dearest friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him. It must have been lost with Alex, then. One more tell me. Oh, awful business. Right, you're going important. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Oh, I'm sorry. It's personal business. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long... It's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing else...
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew. So, I wandered. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a... Yes, just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. Sure, an interview. Are you kidding? You can count on me in a scrap, boss. It's mock apple pie and a trip. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest... I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get... He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head... Exactly. Look, this was a long time coming. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Wow. Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board.
Really? We're picking...
Look at that. A real...
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Where the hell is she? Oh, she's above me.
So I was watching this serial the other night, yeah?
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it, because she rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about this engine that's been shaken. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastway's not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. To me, the best thing was always just sharing space with somebody. When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... They were... I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but... Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready. Okay. So I was... watching this program.
Destination reached. Scylla. This is real space, isn't it? Empty and silent. I never thought I'd see the light. I'd look up at night, but...
Can't walk 5 meters without stubbing your toe on a loose rock here. This might be tough! Nice hit! Behind you, Captain!
We're not getting through!
Pathetic. Yeah.
Damn it.
This is real space, isn't it? Empty and silent. I never thought I'd see the like. I look up at night.
Can't walk 5 meters without stubbing your toe on a loose rock here. Easy does it.
Outlaw. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this alive.
Down they go!
Nice hit!
This is bad! Sure thing!
I need cover!
One down! Out of ammo! Reloading! Gotta find cover!
Tremendous work, friend.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate. Dilated.
I'm not terrified, you The one and only. Wait, who's. I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that You tell her these Automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only.
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits. Well, I've got... Then, to the
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be? Yes, Captain.
There's viscera. What?
Captain, we are now capable of also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. Goodbye. We're now in orbit. Above Roseway, Captain.
Don't they have anybody to greet arrivals? For paperwork or ticketing or what all? Shouldn't we be looking into that distress call? Not that I miss, like, feeling the wind in my hair.
through.
This is bad! I don't even know how you can get a kitchen this dirty with just canned food. Got it. Heads down.
Assist begin. Processing paper for...
You won't get any mercy from me. We're not getting through.
Here we go.
Nice kill!
Everyone all right?
Here they come.
We're not getting through!
We must get past that armor. Down they go.
Everyone all right?
They left their own outside. Was it that bad?
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps. Alarms went off, wraps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts. Scientists, name a and... Alarms went off. What do you think? Anything else you... Forget... Distress call? From here? Shit. Got me. I just... Oh, before I forget.
What is that armor?
If you've come to end my life... Yes. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I, may have panicked. I'm not at liberty to... My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to... I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office...
And take great joy in doing so, I might add.
I suppose it can't hurt if I don't get... We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel. One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue? While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever. Not just any diet toothpaste. Oh, I'm certain it could be made into that as well, with only a few changes to its molecular composition. Let's focus for a moment. Nice, is it not? Came up with... Hours ago, a group of vicious... Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to... The research... The lab's entrance... My... Don't you... I'll say... It's just that they're constant... Believe what you will. And my...
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Jameson. He's got to be all alone and scared.
Great. He seems the closest, so let's go get him.
We're not getting through. They were destined to die. Captain, behind you. This is bad.
Shit.
Quietly now.
Everyone all right?
Antibiotics is going up in smoke. Marauders must have hit it.
Switching to garbage disposal mode. Halt!
Nice hit! That's the last of them. Who would like to die first? Nice one.
Handled beautifully.
Help! We're coming, Mr. Jameson!
What? No, not... I care about the front door. Ugh, can't use the centrifuge without supervision. Can't file It's like he thinks I'm a child. Please. That man doesn't have an altruist... I'd wager my last bit that if you brought back the precursors and left me for dead, Anton wouldn't bat an eye. Wonderful! That's much better.
Yeah, huh? He seems like a nice boy to me. Yeah, but... I mean, sure. You might surprise yourself.
Processing.
Here we go!
Threat level.
Yeah.
They were destined to die!
Out of ammo!
Well done. We're still alive.
Mysterious doors are the funnest sorts of doors.
I always wanted to sneak into a secret lab by crawling through the vents like they do in the serials. Haven't smelled anything that foul in years. What do you think died in there? I'll keep quiet. What was
Let's
the...
go!
Hey! You! Over... Oh, good. You're not shooting at me. That's a start. It's been a bit of a day, so I'll get to the point. I suppose... Let's make a deal. I'd like to... The first thing I need is a key card. There are 2 ways out. The other way out... You might be the first stroke of luck I've had all day. Thank you. I'm in your debt. Nothing beyond the You really expect me to just let them pass? Why? So they... Never mind. Take your time. I am, to my chagrin, not going...
Here we go!
Nice hit!
Sister.
Here we go.
Everybody okay? Great.
I think you could jimmy that one proper, Captain. Doesn't look too tough.
I would ask. Nothing be... A Raptidon is... Oh, for goodness sake. They are... I do remember one of those feckless sons. How should I... Take your time. I am, to my chagrin, not going anywhere.
You reckon it's normal in a lab like this to just leave weapons all over?
Bingo! Now I just have to figure out where to put this stuff.
That didn't work. That's the last of them.
Ew.
Wow.
Well done.
damn turncoat. We saw everything. I reckon we got nothing. You got... You convinced her to let us leave in peace. Listing the ills we've been done, ain't it? I gotta believe that all we done will mean... I trust that we all end up where... I reckon I don't see any better...
I would ask. Sell it, of course. I don't have it, assuming I make it out of this. From the day we are born.
And in your case, never doing...
Corporations No one asked. I have been asked.
Okay, main research. I need a
Oh my gosh.
Incubation chamber. Oh shit.
Oh, look at how big she is. Wow.
Incoming! Get it off! Get it off! Here they come.
Wow, not even a scratch.
Trouble incoming, Captain.
Finally. I've never been so pleased. Please tell. So, and now? Oh, really? Your point is well taken. I would rather not spend the rest of my days looking... Here, take the...
Give him that.
outlaws, I assume. Oh, you aren't with... Oh, now they got the carpet. Oh, now they got the carpet. What does it look like? Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done. No, I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security... Say... Blast.
Bingo. Sometimes you have to pick and choose. Let's go make the little hell. Raise hell.
Back for a rest? Space adventuring is tiring work. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Take someone to watch your back. Please.
Have either of the assaulters?
Were I a gambling woman? I can't thank you enough.
Have you had a moment to look into that little... You don't hurry up. Someone... What's that? What'd you turn up? These corporations, I tell you. Once they get an idea into their big, dense heads, there's... Can't imagine how I'll offload this. But waste not, want not, I suppose. Pardon me, sweetheart. My old ears must have misheard you. Did you say Raptidon? Gracious, someone must have hopped. A couple of folks around here might pay a fair few bits for this. Might even be able to start a bidding war. Peaches and cream, if that isn't the most handsome bit of lethal engineering I've seen all week. That'll go for a tidy sum of bits. That's plenty, my dear, and more than I thought you'd find. You got a knack for snooping. I ought to just hire you next time, instead of those sublight lunkheads. Law bless you for doing the legwork. I'm afraid that's confidential. You here for a particular reason? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
How do you do? course. Glass. Nothing to... What? Huh. Now that...
CNP Borscht Pocket can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Borscht Pocket.
Itching to whack someone over the head?
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at...
Is this...
Speaking for myself, Captain.
You came with the crew. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above.
That's right, sir.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for...
Here we go. Can't get past that armor. Down they go.
Got a new mark! Everyone all right?
What was that?
Hey! Whoever did this, come on out so we can turn the face!
Incoming. Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
Liz gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
People don't like worms in their shrooms. Find a new friend.
I
Their death, our survival.
Do 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 do.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
You've returned, and good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end. There's a terminal in the back.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
Oh, oops. Oh, I see.
I find myself something... Nothing too...
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radius. You don't need to show Got him!
Destined to prevail.
Contact. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of bed. Groundbreaker owes you things.
My dad taught me some French, you know? Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
By all means. I would be astounded, yet astronomically in your debt.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing at all about eggs and cheese in here. Sorry.
Very helpful. Thank you.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Damn! 12!
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
Gracious. Fantastic. Do be careful. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, want a charming copper kettle?
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole planet? I know monarchs. Moon, I think it counts anyhow.
Monarch is a wretched hive of terrorism and anarchy. We'd best...
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got... Oh, no, that's... I've just been lying awake, thinking about what... Oh! Bottoms!
Welcome to a favored pastime.
Ah! Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like... Huh. Friends give each other
I give counsel to...
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and I need another drink. Come on, Okay, maybe you're right. Hydrate.
Good call. It's best to proceed with...
Shush. Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Does she think I'm as pretty as I What if she's still got... There's nothing easy about... You know I'm not in... That's... Well, it's tripped... You're not. So we're kin-like. That makes me so feeling... What do you mean, Captain? So if I'm... Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. I suppose so. Well, Captain, this has been... Oh gosh, Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna act... Thanks for hearing me out, and...
Well, it's not like...
Huh. All right. Come on. Hey, Mr. Vicar. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? That ocean stink.
No, I do not.
You're supposed...
Welcome to Sublight. You the one flying? Miss Lily has been expecting you.
So you're the new captain in town. Lilia Hagen. Charmed. It's nice to see the unreliable... I didn't know. I have a salvaged...
Just like in the...
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna where... Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the... One last... You'll do fine. Probably...
Well, that's that...
We're not gonna have to hurt anybody, are we?
CNP Mere Maple Syrup. It's near this complete breakfast. pad down there.
I've seen you limping a bit. You alright, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My...
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Initiating initialization. Would you like to... Registering new... SAM units live to clean.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me. I wouldn't mind having a drink again. Someday. In the distant future. Anyway. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos. I've ruined things in the past because I want to be honest with her. Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those 2-bit romance. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. Yeah, so I was looking for a place that was quiet. Cozy like, ain't it? That's
Accurate in all.
So you're gonna call her?
Though my voice is current.
Hello!
Speech recognition is one of the many skills.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it!
I am. I am at your disposal.
I don't see any hole. You can do that, you know.
Okay, I think this will end it off for tonight.